Okay, friends, here we go. This is Sophia from ALVA, Maui. And I haven't done a general reading in a really long time. And today I kind of felt called to do a video or do a reading on a video. So it's going to be my first time. We're just going to try it out. We're going to do our best and sort of see where it lands. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I'm really happy you're here. And we're just going to start by setting an intention for why we're here today. We ask our higher selves to help reveal to us what it is that we need to know in this exact moment. And we ask that only what is for our highest and best is going to come through today. Only messages of love and light and love, and that we will be guided through this time together. So I'm going to start with, I felt called to do 6 piles today, so it's going to be a little snug. I think to see if we can fit all of these, but we're going to do our best. Like I said, we have pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. I think we're going to have to do like this. Pile number 3, pile number 4, pile number 5, and we have pile number 6. And we're also going to add some crystals. Feel this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and we'll do this one. Okay. So take a moment, pause the video if you like, and just tune into yourself and pick whatever pile speaks to you. Sometimes it might be more than one pile, but do whatever your intuition tells you. And we're gonna start with pile number 1. Okay. Just gonna move these back. Okay, so pile number 1. What does your higher self wants to tell you in this exact moment about where you're at, what you're going through, and kind of where you're heading. Okay. Your first message, or your first card says, I am centered in truth and peace. I am centered in truth and peace. We also have, we're going to start with your oracle cards. You also have Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Beautiful card. Unlock the magic within. Okay. Ooh, we also have Guardian Angel. So there's a lot of guardian energy. This one says, you are not alone. You are not alone, and unlock the magic within. So there's definitely some message here about, I feel like, it says truth here, and I feel like it has to do with your inner knowledge, like daring to just trust yourself and trust yeah, your guardian, like your inner guidance. Trust whatever is coming up for you in your life at the moment that you feel called to do, or you feel called to get rid of, or you feel called to change in your life. But we're gonna pull a couple more cards here. And you have trust. That's kind of what we were talking about. Trusting your inner guidance, your inner knowing. Okay. We have 7 of Cups, which is talking about choices. And I would say in your case, that's kind of what we were talking about. You might find yourself in a situation or in a phase of your life where a lot of the things you used to enjoy, like you used to align with, you used to be drawn to, it's kind of shifting for you. And that can be sometimes a kind of like a lonely process, and it can be challenging to know how to navigate through all of that. And it kind of get the feeling with the 7 of Cups here that you do have a lot of choices, or you might be presented with choices, and sometimes it can be really hard to know in which direction you should go. But once again, it comes back to your inner truth and trust. So trust yourself, trust the guidance you get from your spirit team or from God, whatever term or whatever name you feel like you resonate with. I feel like you are really connected to source, like a higher power, once again, whatever you like to call it. And I also feel called to encourage you that to not get too caught up in maybe trying to always find words, or always I feel like you have this need to always have the answers before you do something, or you want to know, I need to call it God, or I need to call it this, or like I can't call it this because that's that reminds me of whatever. But more to tune into, once again, your inner knowing and that inner peace, because it's in that peace and that quiet space within yourself where you will find God, where you will find that knowledge, that higher wisdom that you need in this moment. We also have Queen of Cups. So once again, we have water energy here. And you see Queen of Cups, she's really, and especially in this particular card, she looks very almost stern, but in a very, the Queen of Cups is very loving, very very like grounded in where she is. So I feel that too, like you can be sure of what direction you want to go in, and you can be sure of how you want to live your life, or what is important to you, and you don't have to wait for other people's approval or to like always applaud whatever you're doing. But you can be focused and you can be determined, but you can be that in a loving way. So that's kind of the feeling I get with this card. And you also have 8 of Pentacles. And you see this man right here is working on something. He's putting in the hours, putting in the work to create what it is that he wants to do. So I definitely feel like, although this process that you're in requires a lot of trust and a lot of, you know, surrendering, a lot of like going within and seeking your inner guidance, seeking your inner knowledge. But it also, you know, it's also important to put in the work. So whenever you feel inspired to do something, whenever you feel inspired to take action, I hear that it's important that you go for it, and that you know, give it your all and give it your best. And then, you know, your team and spirits and will be there to support you. But you gotta put in the work, you gotta start somewhere. And that's actually what I felt like today when I sat down to do this reading. You know, I've been wanting for a long time to do a reading for you guys, and I've been thinking for a long time about actually making a video, but then, you know, it never feels like the right time, or, you know, the lighting is not right, or you know, you feel like you're busy, or yeah. For myself, I just kind of feel uncomfortable comfortable being on camera or talking on camera, but I'm here doing it. So I feel like that's a message for you too. You can't always wait for the right moment, you know, where it feels like everything is like perfect. Sometimes you have to put in the work and just go for it, and know and trust that you are supported, you are backed up by, you know, a legion of angels and ascended masters and loved ones and spirits that, you know, are there for you and are, you know, cheering you on in this new phase, I want to say, of your life. So trust that you're never alone, and trust yourself, and trust your talents, and everything you do will come into, you know, you will get rewarded for everything you do. We also have the Hierophants. Let's put you right here. And same thing here, like kind of what I get drawn to, or my attention draws to on this card is, you know, are the keys here. She's kind of sitting on the keys, and I feel like that's very relevant for your life too. You have a lot of truth within you. You have a lot of knowledge, and you have a lot of magic inside of you, and it's all about trusting that and do what you feel called to do. But it's not so much about like trying to find that outside of you, but know that you have the keys. You are on the right track. It's all about, you know, whenever you feel like there's so many choices and you don't really know what to choose or what's going to be best for you, then trust that, you know, you have all the answers within you. You don't have to wait for anyone else to tell you that. We also have 10 of Swords and King of Wands. And I definitely feel with King of Wands here, you see, I don't know if it shows on the camera, I think it does, but there's like a reflection or like a picture or face right behind her here, and I feel like that's you. Like this is your higher self, your I want to say your true self, because that's, you know, that's what it is. So whenever, you know, you're walking on this earth, you're doing your thing, you know, you're trying to navigate whatever you're going through, but know that you're never alone. Like you, once again, I feel like I'm repeating the same things, but like you have the keys inside of you. You have the knowledge, you have the wisdom to navigate this life and to do those things that you feel called to do. So trust that you are never alone, and you don't have to second guess yourself once again, like when you sit in silence, or when you go for a nature walk, or when you do what you feel is like rejuvenating your soul, like where you feel free, where you feel careless, where you feel connected to yourself and to God, or a higher power, then things are gonna flow, and the answers are gonna be revealed to you. So whatever difficulty you're going through right now, whatever confusion, whatever is keeping you up at night, is frustrating you, know that you have what it takes to kind of rise above that and find your way. So keep believing in yourself, and keep believing in the talents and gifts that you've had with you many lifetimes, from lifetime to lifetime, and know that you're capable, and you're more than capable to tap into that and just feel that power and that connection, even in times that feel challenging or hard for you. So yeah, that is reading number 1. These were your cards, and I send you all the love and all the support in the world. I know, can be challenging, and life can be rough sometimes, but know that you have what it takes, and you're never alone. Okay, so we are gonna move on to pile number 2. Pile number 2. What does your higher self have to tell you in this moment? So first of all, it says, I am my own unique self. I am my own unique self. And I actually feel with this pile letter, we're supposed to look at the back too. So it says, everyone is unique and different. If we were like other people, then if we are like other people, then we are not expressing our specialness. So I definitely think this is a message for you as well. But we're going to take a look at your other cards and see what message wants to come through to pile number 2 from your higher self about your current situation, where you're at, and where you're heading. I'm going to start with this card. It says perseverance. This is a beautiful card. And this card kind of reminds me of balance. 2 pillars here. So there might be something about finding or keeping your life balanced, keeping yourself balanced. Let's see what else we have for you. We have Stag. Trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. Very majestic, these horns here. And also the green is catching my eye. A lot of healing for you. I think you're probably undergoing a lot of maybe shedding at the moment. A lot of inner work. Could be physical things too, but definitely a lot of inner work. We have protection, guardian. Drop your shields. Beautiful. Once again, we have green and we have blue. And once again, we had I am my own unique self, and on her head here you can see the peacock feathers, and that's for me is a symbol of standing out, like to dare to stand in your own power and shine your lights and be true to yourself and be who you are. So once again, I definitely think that's a message your higher self wants you to hear right now. What else do we have? Oh, we have 4 of Wands. Celebration, victory, maybe. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, the World. I love this card. One of my favorite cards in the deck. The World. Ending something, completing something, moving into a new era. I want to say new era, new, maybe a new timeline, like something about starting something new. And that was the kind of the theme in pile 1 too. And I definitely think that, you know, that goes for a lot of us this year, you know, 2024. A lot of change in the air. Good change, but you know, change can be hard. Even if it's, you know, positive, even if the outcome is positive, change can be hard. Being in that process. We have 2 of Wands. And holding that globe. And we have the World here. So I think you're ready to take on big things in your life. Could be traveling, could be, you know, connecting with people from other places. I feel like there's a lot of strength in your pile, a lot of courage, I would say. So we have the Lion here. The Lion is kind of catching my eye. Speaking of strength, the Strength card. And drop your shield. So, you know, strength strength is a positive thing when it you know, when it comes from within, you know, from a true and like aligned place. But strength can also, you know, we can think of like, oh, I need to be strong, like I need to do this on my own, like I need to figure everything out, like I don't need help, like I can't really trust anyone. And I feel like that's kind of coming through for your pile too, that, you know, we don't want to have blind trust, obviously, in, you know, people and situations, but I think what your higher self and what your guides are trying to tell you here is that, you know, there are good people in this world. There are people that are, you know, want to help you, want to support you, and want you to, you know, want to be there for you. And once again, balance. Like we need to find the balance between doing things on our own, but also like asking for help whenever that is appropriate. And I do think, you know, if you feel like you don't have people in your life, maybe at the moment that you feel like you can trust, then I feel like you know, you can ask your guides, you can ask God, you know, you can ask Source to send those people into your life that will celebrate your success, that will be there for you, stand by your side and support you through whatever you're going through. So that's definitely, you know if you have those people in your life, and if you don't at the moment, then trust that they're about to come into your life. But you gotta be open to it too, right? And to attract, you know, if you, like I sometimes, you know, I've felt in my life that I end up in situations and around people that I don't really truly maybe resonate with, or I don't feel like I have that support or that, you know, unconditional like connection, unconditional love. And it usually has to do with, you know, right here with us, you know, not really being fully aligned or fully true to ourselves. Because if you vibrate, you know, in your own unique energy, if you stand in your own power, and if you are true to yourself, then that's, you know, that's gonna shine through. And whoever's not meant to be in your life will, you know, kind of automatically or eventually kind of fall out of your life, and the right people that will love you for who you are and that will support you no matter, you know, your journey, then, you know, are able to come into your life. But you gotta, you know, that's kind of what we're here to, you gotta make room for those people if you currently, you know, don't really feel like you have those in your life. Exactly. We have 8 of Cups here. You know, it's time to maybe walk away from what no longer, you know, resonates with you, or whatever takes you away from your true self, from your true purpose, from your true, from you being able to be true to yourself. I feel like it's time to move away from that, even though it may be scary, because we only know we know what we have, but we don't really know what lies ahead, you know, behind this mountain. That's what I feel. And it can also seem like a big step, you know, kind of depending on how you look at this card. This kind of looks like there's a big step. There's water in between here. But I feel like once you take that leap of faith, once you take that step, it's not far, you know. Your pants might get a little wet, but that's kind of why here. But it's not gonna be as bad as you think it's gonna be, and whatever's waiting on the other side here for you is gonna be so much better. Like, it's gonna be worth it than what you currently might find yourself in. And for some people, like, this journey might have already started. You might not be here, like you might be somewhere here, like on your way. And I would kind of want to go back to this card then. It says perseverance. So that's kind of your message to keep going, even when it feels maybe lonely, or maybe, you know, a lot of things are shifting, a lot of things are kind of shaking. Then remember to stay balanced, stay, you know, focused on yourself, focused on your inner world, and focused on your unique true self. Whatever it is that makes you you, that's, you know, go for it. That's what you should nurture and do more of. So yeah, pile number 2. I hope this resonates with you, and I hope it's been helpful. And, you know, I'm sending so much love and so much good things your way. You know, I believe that those people that you need in your life right now to be on this journey and to walk the path you're walking, and they're gonna show up in your life. So be open to receive not just people, but anything good in your life. You know, celebrates and you know, all the good things in your life, and know that you're taken care of and you're very loved. So I'm moving on to pile number 3. So pile number 3. Just gonna take a sip of water, and we are gonna see what your spirit guides and your higher self wants to let you know today. So what does your higher self want to let you know today about your current situation, anything you're facing at the moment, and where you're heading? So it says, I am a beloved child of the universe and have been given everything I need for every experience I shall have. I have been given everything I need for every experience I shall have. Interesting. Okay. And we have your oracle cards. We have 2 for you. Okay. Starting with the Shaolin Master. Shaolin, I hope I pronounced that right. Be graceful in movement and action. Be graceful in movement and action. Transcendence. Transcendence. There's a slight glare there, but I hope you can see this card. Transcendence. Beautiful. A lot of shimmer here, a lot of almost like, yeah, the glow. That's kind of like how I imagine a soul, you know what a soul looks like? Almost like, and when I read Transcendence, I kind of was thinking about transparent too. So maybe there's something about transparency here. Shiny, once again, kind of like pile number 2, shiny your lights. We have Moonstone and Crown Chakra. Yeah, so definitely connection to your soul, your sparkling soul. Okay, we have Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Contemplation. Water. Ooh, we have 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Another beautiful card. This kind of represents, you know, success, family. You know, there's kids. There's what looks like a couple here. There's a house in the background. A river floating through. It's a lot of abundance, a lot of blessings for sure. We have King of Swords. King of Swords. And we have a Nine of Pentacles. Okie dokie. I feel like I don't want to cover this card up because I feel like it's important, so we're going to do like that. So I feel like there's a lot of strong and powerful energy in this pile. You have the King of Swords. You know, that quick energy, like the, what do I want to say, like the, I feel like that's kind of maybe important for your pile here. I can't really seem to find the word I want to use, and maybe that's something you're kind of going through right now too, as far as like not really knowing what next step to take. Okay, like you feel you feel anything but graceful maybe at the moment. It says be graceful in movement and action. You know, this, yeah, swift is what I want to say, like the fast execution is what I want to say. Like when you're making a move, it's gonna be fast, it's gonna happen quick for you, but it's important to be graceful in what you're doing. So even though you might encounter a situation, or you know, you might get an opportunity that will be very, very fruitful, very successful for you. So a lot of abundance, and a lot of, you know, abundance can be a lot of things, right? It doesn't necessarily, you know, often we think about like financial abundance and money, which I definitely, you know, think is coming your way. But abundance can be so many other things, right? It can be, you know, family, it can be love, it can be connection, it can be health. So a lot of good things are coming for you, pile number 3. think you have a lot of, there's not really like any fire energy in this pile, but that's still like kind of how I feel when I tune into this reading or this group. But there's a lot of like wanting to take action, wanting to take that next step, like wanting to see results, and almost a little like frustration, not really like seeing maybe the results you want to see, or being like where you want to be. But I think your spirit guides and your higher self wants to let you know that everything is okay, like everything is as it should be. And even though you're eager to go places, and they're kind of saying, you know, that you are going places, and once a door opens for you, it's gonna be so quick, like it's gonna, you know, I kind of hear like it's gonna happen overnight, but you got to be ready for it, right? So if you like run in a circle, like if you're all like stressed up, like just doing things too quickly, then kind of like I said with this card, like I couldn't think of what I wanted to say. Like I had a thought, but you know, I couldn't really like access it. And I feel like that might be the risk if you are too wound up, like in too much of a hurry. Then, you know, whenever this opportunity comes up for you, then you might not even recognize it, or you might not even see it, because like you're so busy like looking kind of for what's missing, or like really wanting something to happen. So try to give yourself some time to really just breathe, just kind of be with yourself, do things you enjoy, you know, work on your, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve, or whatever it is that you want to do. But know that like everything is not up to you. Like, you know, in contemplation, in stillness, you know, being with your own thoughts, being with your inner self, like your true self, like that's where your power lies. And that's where, you know, once you align with your inner self and who you are, and you know, kind of get caught up with your own thoughts, your own emotions, then whenever this opportunity, whatever it is, shows up in your life, then you're going to be able and ready to take action. And I feel like it's going to happen fast. It's going to be swift, and you're going to be it's going to be let me look at this card. It's going to be nothing short of awesome and beautiful for you. So it's take that time to and look at this card. We have the Chariots, and what I see right away, you know, the big main thing in this card is the heart. So once again, I think, you know, tune into yourself, like connect to yourself, breathe in, and stay grounded, stay balanced, and know that your time is coming and your opportunity is definitely on the horizon for you. And we have Knight of Pentacles, very graceful. See the horse here also, but it looks like a very fast moving horse once again. But I just feel this energy of grace. We had a graceful, yeah, there you go, graceful and swift energy. So yeah, stay on your path. I definitely think you are onto something, but don't get too rushed. You know, don't feel like it needs to happen now, or otherwise it won't happen, because that's not true. That's just, you know, fear rising to the surface. Know that everything you've been working on is gonna come into fruition for you. There's a lot of good things waiting for you. So that's what I had for you, pile number 3. Thank you for tuning in, and you want to stick around and listen to the other piles, you are welcome to do so. And you might even feel drawn to another pile, so you're welcome to stay. Another sip of water, and we're moving on to pile number 4. Your first card reads, "The moment I am willing to change, it is amazing how the universe brings me what I need." Change has definitely been the theme for all of the piles so far, in one way or another, and I definitely think that that's the theme of this year. So the moment I'm willing to change, it is amazing how the universe brings me what I need. So a lot of trusting the process there, and also, you know, the willingness, being open to change. And it actually says, in the moment I am willing to change. So sometimes, you know, without even reading your other cards, it's like I just want to share what I'm feeling here or what I'm picking up on. But a lot of the times we're kind of waiting for our circumstances to change, you know, like, oh, if I only had a better job, or if my partner would only, or, you know, if, you know, whenever my kids grow up, you know, if my kids were older, or if I had more money, or if I, you know, whatever it might be in our outer circumstances. But here, what we kind of get invited to do here is to look at I am, you know, look at ourselves. So maybe there are things within us, you know, it could be thought patterns, it could be whatever we're attached to that doesn't serve our highest purpose. You know, whenever we're willing to let that go, and it doesn't happen overnight, you know, it's a process, but whenever we're willing to kind of look at that and maybe admit to ourselves or say to ourselves that, you know, we want something different, then, you know, that opens up a whole new things, you know, or thing where the universe can actually step in and bring you whatever you need. Okay, and it says Sage, be devoted and committed. It kind of looks like he's writing something here, but kind of what I picked up when I saw it is, you know, that he's working on something. I kind of get the feeling that he was doing stitches, or like, yeah, we're working on something. So that might be something you are currently doing as well, like a new project or like a hobby of yours that you're doing, and then maybe you want to do more of this year. And Sage, you know, it's very, very cleansing. So change and cleanse, and be devoted and committed, maybe to your work, maybe to what it is that you're doing or wanting to see for yourself. Okay, and then we have alignments. A bowl full of crystals here. Alignments definitely makes me feel of abundance too, all of these beautiful crystals. Okay. I kind of want to keep this card in the frame because I feel like this is really important. Okay. We are going to do some tarot cards. Ooh, so we have 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords. And this might sound a little morbid maybe, but you know, it's a casket here, right? So I kind of feel like, and this is just metaphorically, obviously, but I kind of feel like, you know, the moment I am willing to change, so like might be part of us that we, you know, for this upcoming year are getting ready to shed or get rid of old parts of ourselves that no longer, you know, is beneficial for us. You know, bring us what we want. You know, it doesn't bring us the success or the blessings or the abundance that we are seeking. So, and when I'm saying part of ourselves, once again, kind of like I was mentioning up here, it's not about you, like who you truly are. It's, you know, more about like thought patterns, old stories we keep, you know, telling ourselves, that we keep repeating. Yeah, whatever it is for you, I think it's time to let it go. You know, let those things rest. You know, kind of bury those things that no longer serves you, and be open to whatever it is the universe wants to bring you. Whatever blessings are, you know, waiting for you to claim them. We're gonna see what else we have. Ooh, yeah, we have Ten of Swords. And once again, these cards, you know, this kind of speak in symbolism and in metaphors. You know, and then on this card, there's I think it's a man. He's laying on the ground, you know, all pierced by 10 swords. And once again, this is like a metaphor. I feel like for where you are at the moment, things you're facing or being forced to face. Once again, thoughts, maybe beliefs about yourself that you were told maybe as a kid. You know, people told you that you were lazy or that you weren't good enough, or nothing you did was, you know, lived up to people's expectations, you know, whatever it might be. And it could be like things that people literally like told you, or it could be how you kind of interpreted what people said or didn't, you know, say. Well, let's pull some more cards. Let's see where we're at. So we have King of Wands, and we have Six of Swords. So a lot of sword energy. Once again, kind of quick energy. It's funny, like all these three cards kind of tell a different story. The swords in general is a very fast moving energy, and I feel like whenever you let go of all those things, you know, we've been mentioning, whatever that is, you know what that is for you. You know, whatever it is that you're battling with and kind of inside of you, in your own mind and your own emotions, whenever you let those go and whenever you step into your power, like, you know, we move from this energy, which kind of feels, you know, kind of defeated, kind of beaten down, you know, kind of feeling like you're not in control of your life, like you're powerless, like there's, you know, you're just kind of just laying here. That's how it can feel sometimes, when your thoughts and your past is kind of just like hovering above you. But I feel like once you let it go, once you say to the universe or to God that, you know, I'm willing to change, I don't want to stick with these emotions. Like, I don't want to be burdened down by all these old things that, you know, that isn't really me. Like, it's not even who I am, but it's just like, it's just my past that I keep, you know, dragging around. I feel like once you do that, then, you know, a whole new reality, a whole new, I even feel like I want to cover these up because we're kind of done talking about that. You know what that is for you. And once you start letting go of that, there's like a whole new reality waiting for you. And it's not easy, you know. Things that we've been carrying for a long time, you know, especially if it's things from our childhood and from, you know, they're so ingrained in almost like our personality. Kind of feels like us, even though it's not. It's not easy to just like overnight just like say like, oh, I don't want that, I want something else. I mean, you can say that, but like then to actually, you know, when those thoughts comes up, it can be really challenging. But yeah, we have strength here, exactly. So know that even through those even in the times when you feel kind of beaten down and you feel like, okay, I'm here, I want to change. Like, I don't want to live in this old, like, yucky energy anymore. Like, I don't want to believe in those, like, voices in my head that keep telling me, like, how much of a loser I am, or like how worthless I am, or that I'm not good enough, whatever, you know, whatever that is for you. There's strength here. Like, we can ask for help. Like, your higher self is there for you. You can tap into your higher self that has, you know, so much knowledge, so much, you know, wisdom, and so much, I don't know if you can see that, there we go, so much unconditional, never-ending love for you. Like, you're a part of a whole. There's so much within you that you have yet to discover. So tap into that strength and know that whatever it is that you dream about, like whatever it is that you want to work on, it's possible, you know. Alignments, King of Wands. And we also have the Devil. So there's definitely a pull here between like wanting to change and like daring to believe in the good, like in the goodness of the world and the goodness of you and the goodness of who you are and how loved you are, like how supported you are. It's not just your higher self, you know, source, your spirit teams, like your loved ones in spirits, everyone is cheering for you, and they see you for who you are. They see you for, you know, the abundance that is you. You know, this cup is kind of like, that's you. You're like, your true self is shining. Like, you are worthy of like all the good things in life. So whenever those thoughts, like whenever that pull of negativity or things just feels like it gets too heavy, then just remember this card. Maybe even take a screenshot of it if you want to. And we'll move this to the side and know that it's gonna, you know, it's still gonna be there sometimes. You know, none of us, you know, it takes a lot to rise above the shatter of our mind, and you know, it's still gonna be there, maybe in the background, but this is what we're gonna focus on. You're gonna focus on you, on who you truly are, like all the amazing things that is you, the make up your soul and who you truly are. So I'm sending you all the love and all the support in the world, and know that you're not alone. It might feel like that sometimes, but you know, you have people in spirit that cheers you on. And you have people here, like me, for example. Like I might not even know you and might not know who you are. I might never meet you, but know that on a soul level, like, I'm here for you. I send you so much love, and like I said earlier, remember that we're all connected. So when one of us wins, everyone wins. So I cheer for you, and I know you can do it. Okay, so we are moving on to pile number 5. Pile number 5. A little water. And here we go. Okay. I do not need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. And if you came from pile number 4 and if you're still listening, and I really hope you do, because this is so true. This is definitely for you too. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a wonderful life. And I don't need to be perfect to love myself. I can love myself. I can start today. Even if it's for the first time, I can decide that I'm going to love myself no matter what. And Source and all the angels and everyone in spirit loves me unconditionally, and I can tap into that love for myself and know that that is what I'm made of. Ooh, and we have expansion. Beautiful. we have wait for important information. Exciting. Exciting. Okay. Earth Mother. Feel loved and comforted. I told you. Look. Feel loved and comforted. You know, the earth is holding you. The earth is very loving. The earth is very caring. And, you know, as human beings, we kind of forget that, you know, she is on our side. And in return, you know, we need to take care of her. But that's a whole, you know, whole other conversation. But look at this. Feel loved and comforted. Not just, you know, by the earth, but by, you know, spirit team, like everyone. There's so much love coming through for you. Pile number 5. So believe in that. Believe that you are lovable. Believe that you are loved, and love yourself. Okay. Ooh, we have High Priestess. Balance. Okay. And we have King of Cups. King of Cups. It's getting a little crowded. Let's see what we can do here. We have 3 of Wands. A new horizon, looking ahead, kind of preparing maybe for something, a journey. Could it be maybe an inner journey happening for you? Feel loved and comforted. And we have, ooh, the Empress. Beautiful. So, pile number 5. Definitely the self-love, like that. I feel like that keeps coming up for me. I don't need to wait until I become perfect before I love myself. Loving myself is the quickest way to create a beautiful life. And I feel like this is you. You know, no matter if you're a male or a female or how you identify, this is you. Like, you're beautiful, like you're powerful, you have everything you need. Like, you look at this card, it's very abundant, you know. She's sitting on a throne, and I want to say like a foundation. And I feel like that's kind of what I pick up here. Like, she's sitting on a foundation, and I feel like this foundation, and this is you, right? It's like the foundation for you is the self-love. It's the acceptance of self and knowing that you are lovable. You are cared for. Like, you have a place here, right? You're being held by Mother Earth. Like, you came here for a reason, and you are meant to feel love. You're meant to love other people, and you are meant to receive love. Love is, you know, the currency, right? Love is truly the only thing that actually exists, right? Love is all we need. And that sounds so corny to say, but like, when we think about it, when we tap into love from source and like the universal love, then that is, you know, that is the truth. So there's a lot of different forms of love, right? And kind of what we're talking about here, self-love and love of self. And there's, you know, romantic love, like love in a relationship, and there's love, you know, we can love family, we can love friends. But once again, I feel like what your cards want to show you is that foundation of self-love. You know, whether it is for the first time or whether you've been like working on loving yourself for a long time, and we all do, right? You know, sometimes it can be hard to love ourselves. You know, we judge ourselves so much harder than like any friend would ever judge us, and we we can be very critical of ourselves, you know, and expecting perfection, which is like not obtainable, because we are perfect, you know, because we come from source, and like source is what we're going to return to. So we are perfect, but like the perfection we're seeking here on this like earthly plane is, it's not real, it's not obtainable. It's just like a constant strive for nothing, you know, because it doesn't exist. And I feel like that's where the balance kind of comes in here too. Like if we focus too much on being perfect, then we can become unbalanced, and it becomes really hard for us to make progress and basically do anything in life, right? Because we're so focused on just wanting to make everything right, you know, like maybe be the good girl, or you know, once again, no matter your gender, like that feeling of like always needing to perform, or always having to be there for other people, or you know, not wanting to let other people down. But you are loved for who you are, and once you realize that, and once you make that your foundation, you know, then things are going to become very stable for you. That's kind of what I pick up here too when I look at King of Cups. You know, it kind of looks like he's sitting like out on the open water. He looks very stable, like in this card, but kind of what I pick up, you know, since we're talking about foundation, like if I compare these two, like she looks way more comfortable, and it kind of what I pick up from this card today is, you know, kind of looks pretty rocky, you know. And there's a boat there in the background, and kind of like fighting the waves, trying to go somewhere, you know, maybe even going like against the wind, like, you know, you're kind of stuck. So once again, if you build a foundation for yourself, then you're not going to feel like this anymore. Okay. So I feel like maybe a daily practice for you, where you practice self-love, you know, whether that is journaling or pulling. You know, I have these cards kind of that I started with. There are affirmation cards. Like if you find something like this, you can pull one every day. I can show you all the different decks at the end of. Oh, here we go. I flipped it around. As I learn to love myself, I become powerful. Absolutely. There you go. Powerful. So I'm going to show you all the decks at the end of this video if you want to stick around for that. But definitely find a way to come a little closer to yourself, if that makes sense. Like find that inner place, that inner like self-love, where you can start loving yourself, appreciating yourself, and know that you are loved, you are being supported. Oh, and it also says, I kind of forgot about this card, but it says wait for important information. So I feel once again, once you start working on that, on loving yourself, then, you know, there are going to be openings for you. You're going to be able to hear the universe better, hear source, and whatever, you know, this information is, whatever it is that you need to hear. Maybe it was the message today, who knows, but whatever that is, it's going to help you here, create that foundation for yourself, and that's going to help you move forward to whatever it is that awaits you here in the future. So thank you, pile number 5. I really wish you all the best. I'm sending you so much love and light. And yeah, remember that you are loved, you are lovable, and love yourself first. Okay, we're gonna move on to our final pile number 6. And it says, I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. you know, this is your crystal too. So I feel like your higher self also wants you to know that you are safe. But I don't know, somehow here that it is safe to receive. Maybe you have experiences in the past where, you know, you kind of got conditioned to believe that like it's not safe to receive because whatever you receive is going to get taken away from you, is kind of right here. Or, you know, if something good happens to you, then you right away, you know, start thinking like, okay, that's good, but no, something bad is probably going to happen. You know, like it's easy for us to somehow get stuck in those thought patterns. So that's kind of what here, it is safe for you to receive. And it says, I receive life's gifts with joy and pleasure and gratitude. And gratitude is important to show gratitude for everything we are given, right? We have eagle, see from a higher perspective. We have spirit fox, trust your talents in changing times. Once again, I keep telling you, all these piles are talking about some sort of change in one way or another. Good change though, but still change. We have discipline. Discipline will somehow lead to higher ground. That's kind of what I hear, but it will lead you towards where you want to go, lift you higher. Okay. Oh, and here, see from a higher perspective. There you go. Exactly. Discipline will take you higher, and trust your talents. So discipline and talents. And it doesn't have to be hard. That's kind of what I put here too. Like, you know, see this eagle has wings. So if we look at this card, we can be like, oh my God, that's a lot of steps we need to climb to get to where we want to be. But that's kind of what here. You are a bird. Like, you have wings. You don't, you know, and that's metaphorically. Once again, I just want to make, you know, clarify that. But like, it might not be as hard as you think it is. You know, if you look at the journey ahead, it might seem like a very long journey and might seem almost like impossible. But, you know, whatever's going to be presented to you, like, that's kind of what I hear, you're going to be able to like fly right up there if you stay disciplined and you trust your talents. This is from my perspective, yeah. Okay. Ooh, we have, there you go. We have Wheel of Fortune. Beautiful. Once again, all of these figures have wings, right? That's exactly what we were talking about. Trusting your talents. Your talent is your wing? Or are your wings? Trust in your talents. We have the Chariots. We have the Death card. And we have 5 of Cups. So once again, tarot cards speak kind of in metaphors or in symbols. So the Death card doesn't mean like literal death. But what we're looking at here, we have 5 of Cups. This man is kind of grieving the loss here. You see all of these 3 cups is turned over, but these 2 cups are still standing. So once again, trust your talents in changing times. So for you, whatever it is that you feel has kind of fallen out of your life. I feel like there's some sort of loss here. And it could be, you know, it could be that you actually like lost someone close to you or someone that was important to you. But I feel, once again, this is like a general reading, so it's not going to apply to everyone. But for most of you, I would say it's like, it's a loss. And that's what death, you know, stands for. It's a loss of something that you felt was important to you. And whatever it is that you've lost makes you feel like you cannot, you know, you cannot be here, right? You cannot have the fortune, like you cannot reach the goal where you want to be. But your cards and your higher self and your spirit team is reminding you here that you have so much more still left, you know, and whatever this is, it's not the end. It might be hard, you know, it might be a hard loss, whatever, you know, I don't know what it is that you've lost or whatever it is that has changed in your life, but you still have this, right? You still have talents. There's still more gifts for you to receive, so much more goodness in life. So when you're able to heal this, when you're able to find peace through whatever it is that you've been going through, then there's balance. And I also feel like, you know, we have this card, pick it up so you can see, but we have the eagle with higher perspective. So whatever it is that you feel like you lost, you know, once again, whether that is a person or a situation or resources or whatever that is, like there's a higher perspective to this too. So whatever feels like a loss and whatever has been hard for you is also gonna give you so many amazing things. It's gonna lead to a lot of fortune. And that might sound weird in the moment, and it might be hard for you to see it. Once again, higher perspective might be really hard because you're down here, right? Whatever has happened to you, whatever this change has been for you, you're kind of down here and you look up and you're like, oh, you know, I still want to do all these things. Like I still want to continue with my life, you know, and enjoy life and receive, you know, gifts, and I want to feel joy and pleasure and the goodness of life. But know that, you know, whenever you're ready to take the next step, like whenever you're ready to kind of look around and remember what you have here, remember what's inside of you, remember your talents and your gifts, then you are going to be able to rise above. And like I said, it might not be as hard as you think it is. You have wings here, right? See all these wings? Like you're going to be able to, oh, you even have feathers here, right? Birds have feathers. So you're going to be able to rise above any limitation easily, is what I hear. And you have support too from the spirit team. And the Chariot always reminds me of dreams. Like you see all these stars here, it's kind of looks like a starry night. And you, oh, once again, you have the wings. There you go, you have the wings here. But you also have this, oh, what do you call these? Like the thing you spin, right? Spinner, is that what it's called? And it always makes me think of the Inception. You know, I don't know if you've seen that movie, but when he spins the spinner, we're gonna call it a spinner, to see if he is dreaming or if I don't even know if it's dreaming, if that's what the movie is about, but that's how I interpret it, like if he is dreaming or if he's awake. And I feel like your dreams are important to you here as far as moving on from this and reaching this, like your higher potential. And even, I don't know if you're into or if you have researched anything about lucid dreaming, or it's kind of, once again, like I said, that's kind of what this reminds me of. So whether that's something you're into or not, like you might want to research that. But I feel like your dreams are going to be really important to you. So at least pay attention to your dreams. Try to write them down in the morning when you wake up. Because I definitely feel like they're gonna be important. And there's going to be messages from your higher self, from your spirit team, and even from your loved ones and spirits. You know, if you lost someone, then they definitely have messages for you. They wanna support you on this journey that you are going on or starting, and the outcome is gonna be awesome. You know, you have all the support you need, and you have the wings to get to where you want to be. So that's all I have for you, pile number 6. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm so sorry, you know, whatever it is that you've been going through, like, I'm really sorry you had to face that. But know that, you know, there's more to life. There's so much more that awaits you, and you have the talents you need to get there. So I'm sending you love and light, and I thank you so much for tuning in to this reading today. I really hope it was helpful. And if you would like to book your own private reading, then you can do that through the link here on Instagram in the bio. Because sometimes, you know, like I said, these are general readings, and although it's, you know, hopefully it resonates with you, it can be nice to get a little more like personal information and some more insight if you feel like you're stuck at the moment, or you need some more clarification or guidance. And I have different kind of options, so go check that out if that's something you're interested in. And I wanted to end this reading. I feel like I want to just cleanse myself and cleanse all of us in this space before we end today. And I'm going to use some Palo Santos, I feel like. And we actually have these 2 in the shop right now. If you want to get some for yourself, I love cleaning with Palo Santos. It's really, it smells really good, and I feel like it's really powerful and powerful way to clean your own energy or your space that you're in. And it's all about intention, right? So, you know, you can clean a space with just your intention and your thoughts, but I like to use something, you know, as a kind of like a ritual or something I do for myself, and I love using this. And we also have these bags, storage bags, for either your cards or crystals, or, you know, maybe your sage or Palo Santos or whatever you want to use. So before we end, we thank Source and our guides for all the information and all the love we have been shown in the readings today. And we ask that you continue to guide us and support us through the journey we're on. And we're thankful that we're able to be here for another year. And we're looking forward to seeing what this year has to offer. And once again, I'm so happy you're here tuning in to this reading today. You know, whenever I do these readings, like, I feel you, I feel your energy and your guides. And even though I might not know you, I want you to know that you are loved and you're always welcome here in this space. And I hope that we can find ways to connect. So thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.